Hello, my dear friends. I'm very glad to see you again. And today we are going to paint a wheat field at the end of the summer, just before the harvest. So let's go. My paper is not medium grain as usual, but hot press, high white, plastic board. As always, we will need cotton paper. My brushes are flat brush for wetting. The main brush is China's calligraphy brush, plus a flat one for the sky. And for the field, we will use several brushes. This is a linear or synthetic flat brush for lifting pigments. Some small, very flexible brush, thin brush, Chinese calligraphic, and some medium-sized one for grass and another. Hello friends, join to my Patreon and you'll find over 400 watercolor lessons, beautiful seascapes, skies, mountains, fields, cityscapes and a lot of more scenes. Every month I publish 3 or 4 new videos in both English and Russian languages. You can try it for free for 7 days and see if it's right for you. I'll be happy to see you in my watercolor community. Patreon link in the video description. See you! Now it's better. So let's move on to the field. I'm preparing the napkin. Maybe I want to lift the colors with napkin and plastic card. Maybe we will see. Let's see. So let's start from the light. As always, I'm applying sunlight here. I remind you that the trees are damp and I want to rise the plastic board because my trees are wet. So I don't have a lot of water on my brush. Ultramarine and a drop of yellow give us some green shade. You can see I'm using the same colors and we can see greenish color. And I'm going towards the sunny part. So here you can see field is lighter than the trees and here almost the same tone. And let's paint the sunlight again. More golden and red. Here we have to give enough tone, not very bright. If you squint your eyes and look at the reference, you can see that the field is more darker than the sky. I'm going to give several bright points here. This is width. I hope it's correct. Width. We will leave it unpainted in some places. I like vermilion hue with yellow, beautiful color. And let's add ultramarine. We have to hurry up. And remember, our field must be dark. Ultramarine, golden, and a drop of vermilion hue. Let's paint one reddish stripe. Now I need to narrow this color, this bright area. I'm covering yellow, ultramarine, golden, and now we have beautiful green one. And now I am avoiding some of them outlining. I'll look at different techniques now. Let's improvise together. It's a little hard to outline, to avoiding, but let's do it. Some few of them. So, and now I'm using yellow and red again. Let's make another dark feel, ultramarine, golden, vermilion hue, more colors, a lot of colors, because on a dark background we will be able to see these bright ears, bright dots. Cut me red a little bit. Very thick pigment, very dark. I'm avoiding this flower. I'm painting very quickly. When the surface getting matte, I will paint this yellow parts a little more darker. Okay, so now I want to go down here, flow down, so I have to tilt my paper again. I'm avoiding the edge of the thistle, and I'm giving some parts on it. There's a lot of water on my brush, a lot of paint and a lot of water. Lots of water, because I need time for it to be wet, because I'm going to work here a lot of time. So here will be dark. And what to do with thistle? I'm going to take another brush, smaller brush. For thistle, I'm going to use ultramarine and some rose, some pink, for example, carmine or rose opera, cold pink. And I drive out the pigment. Here, starting to dry, I'm using a long brush, rigger brush. I'll try to use rigger brush at first, and after we will see. So I want to my brush lift the color. I'm using yellow, a drop of red. We need to wash our brush often, and it looks best on a dark background. So I want to add more darkness here, more colors, and less water. It's better to do at once, but and now I'm using a rigger brush. And I'm applying yellow colors on the matte surface of the field. If this effect does not work, then do it a little more later. Or you can use this napkin and to lift some dots. But I don't like this effect too much, it's too hard. So I'm just suggesting. I'm trying to relax my hand. Here is too wet. I am painting only where the surface becomes matte. And later we will work on it by dry surface. And let's continue. Let's add ultramarine. So where is our thistle? Thistle. I am avoiding. Cleaning my brush, ultramarine and golden again. You can see I'm going to use a lot of colors and dark pigment, dark tone. It's very important now. I'll probably cover these thistles and leave only these heads, only cap. And now I need the darkest, thickest pigment. It will be ultramarine and cadmium orange. A lot of water. Oh, sorry, a lot of pigment, less water. Let's add cadmium red, little more ultramarine. Thicker. Because we need contrast between bright sun and dark bottom. Ultramarine. Let's cover it everywhere, and after we will add water. Different shades of blue, somewhere more colder, somewhere warmer. I'm removing white dots. Now I'm lay down some fabric and I'm going to add water. I'm going to use rigger brush with water for creating the texture ear of corn. As soon as the brush stops paint, it's better to change the colors to clean the brush. Also, you can add salt on the matte surface. I will do it later. I'm going to do it later. Cleaning my brush and clean yellow. cleaning my brush again. Indian golden or Indian yellow I'm using. These colors lift dark colors good. Clean your brush regularly. So I continue to add yellow dots, and you can use only water. I am still working on the top part because it's getting dry. Here I'm painting just with clean water. And now I'm going to use Chinese calligraphic brush with a long hair, and let's try to add water here. I'm creating the texture. It's better to use thin brush, rigger brush with water. If you want, you can add salt now. It must be very dark, closer to the bottom. Here is a lot of dark. Let's add some ultramarine and cadmium red with a thick pigment. I am outlining thistle again. A little darker itself. More ultramarine, thicker. I'm removing hair from my paper. I'm darkening the bottom part of my painting. Let's add green one. I need a very dark tone, and it's difficult for me to get it with ultramarine and cadmium red, so I'm adding green color and burgundy or modern lake for the darkest parts. Burgundy or modern lake again. Here we can see thistle again. One more. I am painting wet on wet. Here is out of focus. There is not water on my brush. This thistle has a dark center. Be sure it's not be in the center of the paper. Let's paint the head to cap. I'm using blue and rose, ultramarine and rose opera, for example. So I'm painting the cap, the flower of the thistle. Let's think about where to salt. Where, if not very beautiful place, not everywhere. If you don't like some areas, you can add salt there. And let's paint it. Let's work with a rigger brush once again, and with water. I am tilting my plastic board to give direction of the water. I'm taking thinner brush and smaller, and let's take the darkest tone, green and burgundy or modern lake for the thistle, for the center of the thistle. Green, yellow green also is good. I have left this light yellow glare from the sun, and we need to make it darker in the center, ultramarine burgundy. A little bit of yellow to neutralize the violet. We can add a little water here so that it spreads the light around the flower. Let's remove the stand. I'm adding water again. Don't add too much salt, it's not good, just everywhere, or just somewhere, sorry. Because we can have large salt areas, large white areas, it's not good. I'm using clean water and small synthetic or natural brush, it doesn't matter. And I'm painting on matte dark surface. I'm lifting the dark colors. I'm tilting my plastic board a little. Cleaning my brush. And I want to put water. Look, it's beautiful. I like it. I like when water is working, like here. Let it flow here from this side. Let's hold it a little more. Okay, and now we need to paint the dark ears. And we need to understand whether to do it on dry or wet surface. Maybe in the center we will draw it in dry surface, and in the corners closer to the edge of the paper we can paint on wet. But now I can't lift the colors because it's dry, but just a little bit. Let's try to lift the color with napkin. It's not very convenient to use plastic card. Let's try palette knife. So, and now the darkest areas, it will be cadmium red and ultramarine. Thick pigment. I'm using small synthetic brush. The main thing here is not to do over a lot of details. A little bit closer to the edges, and the main thing will be in the center, more detail in the center. I want to work with napkin a little more on matte surface. But let's try to use squeezed out brush, squeezed out synthetic brush. I'm trying to lift colors a little more, a little stronger. With yellow. So, and now I like the result. I clean my brush every time after lifting. You can see it. I am cleaning my brush after I'm removing excess water with napkin, and then I'm lifting. And a little bit of golden tone. Every time I clean my brush and remove excess water. Cleaning my brush. Yellow shade. So, and now I want to work with rigger brush, or let's try to scratch with palette knife. But rigger brush is more delicate, more subtle. But if we use palette knife, it will be different story, more stronger, more rough. I'm a little worried about palette knife, but I will try. And now I continued to paint on matte surface. I am removing excess colors. Here's a lot of salt. I would like to remove it. yellow, not a lot of water on the brush, because if there is too much water, everything will spread around too much. But we can spray a little bit with clean water. And now I'm going to wait until it dries. Then I'll remove salt, and after I will draw there on dry surface. I decided to add a little more clear lines with palette knife or plastic card. I'm scratching, but I'm not happy with it absolutely, but let it be. Now my paper is a little more dry, and now our task to choose a brush, suitable brush for paint with. It should be a natural brush and Chinese calligraphy brush maybe. Let's try one first. I'm going to use ultramarine and cadmium red. Let's see how they are painted. So I can see that this brush suits for me. I like it. So let's start. Ultramarine and cadmium red or vermilion hue. So I'm going to start with this, the distance ones a little bit. They are like doubles, just a little bit on distance and more details closer to the center. I try to place the strokes next to the light ones that we already have or under them. Here some kind of chaotic order. Of course, it's better to change the colors. Towards the bottom are very more ultramarine, colder, and a drop of cadmium red. I'd like to add a few bright lines, because here's a little wet still. I need hard brush, synthetic, squeezed out, and I'm lifting colors in this side of the painting. Cleaning my brush. and removing excess color. And here and here. So these very interesting things, let's start to paint them. I'm starting with golden here. I'm adding reddish. Cleaning my brush, and I'm using yellow and red vermilion hue. I'm adding red to the yellow too. And closer to the bottom, a little more colder. Let's think about how we going to paint this grass. I don't want to paint very with detailing. Sorry. Something like that. I'm just suggesting. Small leaves. Quite quickly. And another one a little colder. Simply move the brush from the bottom up. More ultramarine. It's not good when too much ultramarine. The work is warm overall. So, and some dark areas with a slightly wider brush right here. Green color, red and ultramarine. 3 colors give us dark tone. More colors. I'm adding more details here. And you can use finger to scratch the edge. And I want to do something with thorn. I'm going to add some yellow and rose here. With a shaggy brush to create a texture. And cold ultramarine and carmine. So after my paper dries, you can scratch the sun glare with a knife, or you can add white gouache, just a little bit. But your paper must be absolutely dried. I think my painting is ready. Thank you for your attention and see you. Goodbye.